Peach. Whoa. What up? Welcome back to the channel. You know, the other day someone asked me, how did I become a personal trainer? How did I become the booty king? I'm gonna go over all that in this video. This video is gonna be dedicated to how I became a personal trainer. You know, and for those of you who are new to my channel, make sure you guys hit up that subscribe button. Join the squad, the Peach Squad. A little about myself, for those of you who don't know, I'm 29 years old. My name is Anthony Osorio. I became a trainer at 24 years old. Yep, 24, just 5 years ago. You know, but let me take it a step back. You know, I was about 20 years old, right? I was 20 years old. I was at a point in my life where, you know, I had no goals. I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life. You know, and I had just started working out. I was 19 years old, about to turn 20 when I first started working out. That's when I first got introduced into fitness. You know, I wanna really take it back to like 18, 19, 20 years old. You know, I had gotten out of high school and I started working, right? Part-time jobs. And I would go out to eat late at night with a lot of coworkers. So when I was doing that, I was starting to gain a lot of weight. You know, I was smoking a lot of weed, gaining weight. So when I was 19, about to turn 20, I remember bending over to get something, right? My mom, when I bent over, my mom was like telling me that she could see the love handles on me. And that was the first time in my life that I ever like started seeing a lot of body fat on me. You know, so I was getting really chunky. Because in high school, I was really scrawny. I had super small arms. I didn't have like a flat stomach or anything, but I wasn't fat. So that was the first time that I started seeing like I didn't recognize my body. So, and then my brother was working out at that time. So I was just like, oh hell no, like if my brother's working out, I'm gonna start working out, because there's no way in hell I'm gonna let him be more fit than me. Like we were just very competitive like that back then. So when I started working out, that was the first time in my life that I had a goal in my life, that I actually had a real goal that I was going for. You know, my goal was to get abs, you know, to lose body fat, get some muscle, you know, and once I did that, I felt so accomplished, you know, but I was still like 20, 21 years old and had no idea what I was gonna do with my life. I was going to school, like, you know, college, but I was only going to college because my friends were going to college. You know, when I was taking classes, I was just like, why am I even here? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. It was just very stressful, because I thought that when you're 20, 21, you had to have your life figured out. You know, at least that's what I thought. You know, growing up, you think at 20, 21, you're an adult, you gotta have your life figured out. So it was kind of stressful, you know? So I was still working out, and I just thought to myself, like, you know what? Like, I love working out so much. I love fitness so much. Why don't I do something that has to do with fitness? You know, so I started doing some research, and I found a school that was it was like a trade school, like a private school. It was all for personal training. And I enrolled. It was for a year. You know, most trainers out there, they get certified like in a weekend. I don't know how that even is possible, because there's no way in hell you could learn everything you need to know in a weekend. But I guess that's what separates some trainers with other trainers. So I enrolled in school, and it was for a year, 5 days a week. I learned a lot. You know, I started doing a lot of research for myself too, because I was trying to get in shape myself, like even more shape. So I was doing a lot of research. So not only was I learning what they were teaching me in school, I was doing a lot of research on my own. You know, so I was learning a lot, to the point where I knew so much about nutrition. Because when you go to school for personal training, they don't really go in depth with nutrition. You know, they go in depth with anatomy, biomechanics, like a lot of things with the body, the science of it, but not a lot with nutrition. So that's what I was really doing research on. So I remember one of my friends, she knew I was going to school to be a trainer. So she asked me if I could help her get in shape. And I remember I gave her like a workout plan and a diet plan, right? And she saw really good results in like 3 months, and everyone after that wanted me to train them. Everybody that, like, mutual friends, and I was still in school at that moment, at that time. So as soon as I graduated and got certified, I had a bunch of people already in line for me to train them. So when I was in school before that, though, my plan was to go to train at a gym. You know, I thought that's what it was. You know, get certified, train at a gym. But when we were in school, they were telling us how it's gonna be when you train at a gym, and I didn't like it. Like, I almost regretted signing up for school to be a trainer because they made training seem really lame. You know, but I remember when I transformed my friend, that feeling I got after that was so good. Like, I can't even explain it. You know, it felt so good to know that I have the power to help someone. And from that point forward, that's when I like took training so serious. And every client that I got, I did my best to transform them. You know, I was in my garage for 3 years, training people in my garage for 3 years, 3.5 years. And I was transforming people in there. And I was just thinking to myself, man, if I could transform people in my garage, imagine what I could do when I train people at a gym. My thought process back then was, why would I pay a gym rent money for me to train clients there? Because when you're a trainer, you gotta pay. If you're a trainer for like a 24-hour fitness, you don't pay rent, right? But if you go to a private gym, you gotta pay them to use their gym to train your clients. When I'm training people in my garage, I'm not paying nobody rent, right? So my thought process was, why would I pay someone rent when I could just train people in my garage? But you know, like, even though I was doing really good, like I was a really good trainer, it was really hard. Like, there was a point where I didn't really have any clients. You know, training is a hard thing to do. You know, it's a struggle. I remember there was a point where I didn't really have a lot of clients. I don't know if it's because of the garage or what it was, but I was really debating on quitting because I was already 27. I started when I was 24. You know, I went to school when I was 22, but I didn't really start training until I was 24 because it was a year 23, and then I started training a year after that. Because my certification, even though I was on it when I was 23, it took me a long time to pass the test because the certification I got which is the NSCA, is the hardest certification to get because the test is so hard. Anyway, so I started training at 24. I did it for 3 years in my garage, 3.5. So like around 27, I was really struggling. Like, there was a point where I wanted to quit, you know, but I just had so much confidence in my ability as a trainer where I just couldn't quit because I knew how good I was. I knew how good I was at transforming people. So the fact that I knew I was so good, it just pushed me to just keep going. You know, I just went all in. And then I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna give this gym a try. It's a private gym called Self-Made Training Facility. You know, you just pay them rent money. It's like $900, and I just use their facility to train clients. And that's what I do now. You know, like my online program is doing really good. So I'm doing really good financially now. But I remember when it was a struggle. So that's why I always preach to everyone, like, even though things could get hard, the last thing you want to do is quit, because once you quit, it's over. Like, there's nothing you could do, you know, you've just quit. But if you just keep pushing, you know, push through, that chance of you succeeding is still there. But once you throw in the towel, it's over because of everything I went through. You know, like, I don't say all these things just because to say them, you know. These are things I went through in life, fitness, like all these things. But yeah, anyways, to just cut it short, pretty much I became a trainer because I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life, and I loved working out so much. I loved helping people. It just made me feel so much better about myself. It just felt like I had a purpose in life. And yeah, so here I am now, you know, Booty King. And another thing about Booty King is one of my friends that I was training, I remember she told me, dude, you're like the Booty King. Because even though it was a time where I was training a lot of women for their glutes, my name was King Anthony Fitness. But I remember she just threw it out there like, dude, you're like the Booty King. Like, all these girls want you to train them for their butt. And once she said Booty King, that's when I was like, you know what, it's like a catchy name. So I started calling myself Booty King because she threw out that idea. So that's how that name was created, pretty much. But yeah, guys, that's my story of how I became a personal trainer, how I became the Booty King. And if you guys have any questions on training or anything like that, like regarding like like any tips I have for you if you're thinking of becoming a trainer, just let me know in the comment section. Yeah, I actually enjoyed telling that story. I don't really talk about that a lot, but it just felt really good. Shout out to, who was it that commented? I don't remember his name, but someone commented a question like, how did you become a trainer? So shout out to him, because without him, this video would not be possible. Alright guys, I'm out. Pineapple belongs on pizza. Much love, Peach Squad.